Well, the last time we were together, I was making the push rods for this brake assembly. I have them temporarily clamped to the brake beam. I have the irons bolted on to the end here to this heavy brake rod that is actually operated by the driver's foot. These have to be a right and a left because these bolts have to thread from this direction both ways. So I also have them blocked up with 3 1/8" shims, so I'm elevated off of the head block 3/8 of an inch. So for this brake rod, I need a metal cap that's kind of a split cap here. It'll sit on a wood block. This part of the shaft here I had first thought was 1.5 inches, but it's actually 1 3/8. And then this side is machined down to where it's 1 inch here. Both of these need to be 1.5 inches in width. So I have a piece of cold rolled 2-inch shaft. I'm going to cut off 2 pieces that are 1.5 inches wide, drill them out, split it, and I'll have to weld a couple ears on them, and that's going to be the top bearing surface. Then I can take and find out what the height of my wood block needs to be. So that'll give me one for this side and one for that side. Well, I'm constantly getting suggestions from you folks, which I appreciate. But this time I did a comparison when I was boring out these 1-inch holes. This one here is just plain old WD-40. And this is a compound that someone sent me called Anchor Lube, all-purpose metalworking compound. And so I tried them both. And you could see that the WD-40 put off quite a bit more smoke. This Anchor Lube, which actually I think is a water base, it didn't put off anything. But looking at these chips, you can see that neither one of them showed any sign of a blue hot chip coming off of these. So both of them were turning pretty cool, and when I took them out of the chuck, neither one of them I wanted to handle with a bare hand. So I do like doing these comparisons because I haven't tried all these objects, and many of you are much more of a machinist than I am. So it gives me an opportunity to learn as I go as well. Final result, yeah, they both worked, but maybe the Anchor lube is better. I don't know. I kind of look at the chips, how they're coming out, and if they start to show that brown or blue look, I know I'm either have a dull bit or my metal maybe is turning too fast, or any combination of things. But in this case, the chips all look the same. Well, this will give me my 1 inch for this end, but 1 3/8 to go up to that size, I have to go to my Hendy lathe on the other side for this one. Well, now I need to split these in half. And that'll give me my top and bottom. So I did put a set of calipers on my bandsaw blade, and when I saw this, it's going to take about 40 thousandths out. So when I weld the ears on, I'm going to have to factor that in. So this is my plan of attack. I'm going to put 3/8 by 1 wings on each side of these. But remember, I lost 40 thousandths with my bandsaw. So I have these, this is actually metal banding, and I measured these and they are between 21 and 22 thousandths. So I'm going to pick that up by the thickness of these metal strap bandings, which will elevate this back up, and between the two of them, when I do both sides, I'll get over my 40 thousandths back again. So I'm going to weld these on here. I'll bevel these out just a little bit to weld those. That's going to be my top cap, and then I'll do the same with the other half to make my bottom cap. So this is where I'm at on my first cap. I think the original ones were cast, if I remember correctly. But this is kind of the dome shape that they have. So I just need to make the second one. Now remember, this is for the 1 inch that is on the left hand side of this brake bar. And once I get both of these made, I'll actually clamp them together and do the final flush sanding to make everything kind of match up. So, need to do the second one. So this is where I'm at. It's the larger 2 caps, and that's the smaller end. Now when I welded these together, not too surprising, they pull a little bit. That one's not bad. This bigger one is a little worse. And I like to run them through the forge anyway, so I'm going to anneal these out, clamp them down to where they are parallel with each other. Then I can drill the holes that will actually mount these up. I'll let that cool while I do the next pair. So these are the ones that was a little less accurate. So if I just pulled them together like I did the other one, chances are it could bend through this round portion. So I pulled off the brake bar, and I'm going to try to put these on that brake bar and then clamp both ends. Keep it from bending down in through here. That's my goal anyway. Maybe I can get that in there. There we go. See how that works. Well, those are cooling off. I need a couple wood posts that these are going to sit on. Need to be 1.5 inches, 4 inches long. I don't know what height yet. And then I need to contour those out to receive the bottom cap. So I ran these through the sandblaster, take some of that rough scale off. So now Just need to contour these to our wood block. Do another 4. Well, we need to fit a little closer than that, huh? So now I need to drill the ends for the bolts. Well, as this brake bar pivots on the end of these push rods, it raises it up. Well, I need it to raise up in accordance with these blocks that I made, so that the front hole here lines up with this hole here. So somewhere in there. And to hold that, I've got a block here. I'm going to try to prop that up. It's pretty close right there. Maybe give me a measurement for the height that I need. Looks like about right there maybe. I might do just a hair strong, and then I can adjust that piece by piece. If I'm too tall, I'll just lower it back down. And that's going to look pretty close. I just have to notch out for this iron. Right there. I think that'll work. Right there. These corners get decorated just a little bit first though. So this left side, the height should be to the top of this lower cap. About 2 inches. And notch out for this. Well, that's going to make this close to functional. I still need a handle to go in here. I haven't primed these yet. I didn't think about it, so I've got to take them off and prime those. I rounded the corners on this block, but I forgot to do it on this block, so it's got to come off anyway. And I don't remember if there was an oil hole in the top of these or not. I've got a complete coach in storage, and I'll have to go look at that and double check. So I may have to pull that off for that anyway. Anyway, we're gaining. Appreciate you coming along. Thanks for watching.